If Euphoria Season 1 is a high, Season 2 is the peak of that high, and Season 3 is a very messy, ugly come down. The gap between seasons was 4 years. That's a long time for the audience, but also for the cast, and its effects loom over this season. Relationships change, political climates change, and the show has changed, but it doesn't want you to think that. The opening of each episode was by far the most interesting part of this season, and after those intros are done, we're back to this Tarantino fever dream. I was bored. No amount of sex, Nazi flags, and tits can distract me from my overall boredom with this show. Were there moments that excited me? Yeah, of course. The wedding episode, Nate going to the surgeon like every single episode. Bishop killing that bird, beautiful sequence. Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney acting their asses off. In Sydney Sweeney's case, she was acting her everything off. Wow, I saw so much. Almo served as a good antagonist. I liked his performance. I loved Bishop and his scenes. They felt threatening. The whole gang felt very real. Characters in this show get way over their heads all the time, and it was nice to have someone serve as that ugly wake-up call. Almo was that. The SFX were great. From Nate's fingers to the sound design, they killed it. The music, however, was a major step down from the previous seasons. Euphoria and Labyrinth go hand in hand. I don't care that they're grown up, and maybe you want to reflect that in the score, but I'm sure that an artist like Labyrinth could make music that showcases their growth. Instead, we often get what feels like elevator music. It feels wrong, out of place, like you're editing a commercial. The score was behind some of the show's most iconic scenes, and without it, you notice a void, a character you simply can't replace. All of Nate's scenes seemed like they were filmed in one day, and the same goes for Jules. The cast felt disjointed. I know we grow up and drift apart, but this felt less like a group of characters living in the same world and more like actors visiting the same set. I'm not seeing the characters first. Apart from Rue, I'm seeing the actors first, and that's bad. Is it too late to say this whole season is just like Lexi's movie dream sequence thing? It is? Okay. Nate does things that only the writing can explain. Why doesn't he sell the house? Why doesn't he carry a weapon with him after getting his toe cut off? Why does he have more chemistry with Jules at the wedding than he does with the rest of his cast? Nate's sexuality was a huge part of his character, and in this season there are glimpses that allude to potential feelings he has towards certain characters, but I don't know if that's just my brain trying to cope with the fact that we just brush this whole storyline under the rug. Why include Jules in this show? Her entire role is summed up as paint, have sex, paint, have some sex, see Rue, have sex, paint. Hunter Schafer deserved more. A lot more. For someone who played such a huge part of the series, being relegated to nothing more than just a prop, it was kind of sad. I felt bad for her, not just Jules, but Hunter. There's a scene where Jules slaps Rue and her hand hits one of the paintings. I would have much rather seen Jules paint around that handprint than the picture we get of Rue in the series finale. The biggest issue with season 3 is that there's so many characters that feel like watered down versions of themselves. Being honest, this review's it's a little bit all over the place, just like this show. I feel like the writers are sort of manufacturing moments that look cool, that sound cool in theory, but if the characters aren't getting there in a realistic point, then again it feels like I'm watching Lexi's play as opposed to a real life situation. As for Rue's ending, it wasn't bad, it just deserved a whole episode. Have her death be a whole fever dream episode like we've had before. It's okay that she doesn't make it to the promised land. People die from addiction without warning. While we know she was murdered, no one else will. The emotional weight of her death is there, but it just feels rushed compared to everything that came before it. And then there's oh my god, there's Ali, who basically shows up with a shotgun and kills the bad guys, because why not? Hell yeah, let's just throw in a line about, you know, drugs are bad and people who make them are bad, and the government and the dealers. That's gonna tie this show up in a really satisfying way, and I'm a smart person. For today's meal, we've gone with a chicken Caesar wrap. You may be asking, apart from the fact that the chicken looks a bit like a snake, what does this have to do with Euphoria? And the answer is nothing. I give season 3 a 6 out of 10. It's not bad, but when you compare it to the other 2 seasons, it leaves you questioning what happened here. Because this season didn't feel like Euphoria. The drug of the show finally wore off, and now that it's officially over, maybe we all need to go to rehab. Thank you for watching A Critic's Kitchen. What did you think of Euphoria? Let me know down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.